Some women have silver in their hair that shines brighter than any gold, and a smile that erases the very concept of age. They don't boldly defy time. Instead, they form a wise and beautiful alliance with it, gaining only greater grace and a deep inner light with each passing year. Such is Andie MacDowell. We invite you not just to learn about her, but to truly feel her story, to understand how she manages to transform each year into a new, elegant chapter of her life. Together, we will delve into the magic of her authenticity and witness how her impeccable, unhurried style becomes not merely a choice of clothing, but a true reflection of her soul, inspiring millions. This will be a sincere and warm conversation about dignity, joy, and the kind of beauty that is impervious to calendars. There are certain dates on the calendar that are woven into the very fabric of spring. On April 21st, 1958, as nature was gaining its full strength, the world received not just a future star, but the embodiment of living, genuine beauty, Andie MacDowell. Her story didn't begin with steps to fame, but on the runways, where her unruly mane of curls and disarmingly sincere smile became a true breath of fresh air for the world of high fashion, especially in Calvin Klein campaigns. But the runway was merely a prologue to a great story. When her warm light illuminated movie screens, it stayed there forever. Can one forget her radiant heroine in Groundhog Day, or that touching bewilderment in 4 Weddings and a Funeral? She didn't just play roles. She shared a part of her soul with us, her quiet irony and incredible charm, making her characters our dear acquaintances. But perhaps her most valuable lesson lies elsewhere. Andie taught us not to fight with time, but to form a wise and beautiful alliance with it. She doesn't hide the silver threads in her hair and doesn't try to erase from her face the priceless map of lived smiles and experiences. With regal dignity, she shows that aging is not decay, but maturation. Looking at her, you understand. One cannot just age, but become deeper, more interesting, and more beautiful, remaining in complete harmony with oneself. Imagine a style that doesn't shout, but engages you in a quiet, confidential conversation. Such is the philosophy of Andie MacDowell. It's not a chase after fashion, but the art of being in harmony with oneself, where comfort and elegance merge into a single entity. When she walks down the street, there's not a hint of fuss in her appearance. The sharp cut of a blazer enters into a gentle dialogue with the flowing fabric of a blouse, while wide trousers and midi skirts seem to breathe with her every step, emphasizing her natural grace. Her palette consists of the calm tones of morning mist, warm tree bark, and sun-bleached linen, and then suddenly, a bright flash of a silk scarf or an elegant piece of jewelry, like a random flower in a serene field. Her everyday looks are captivating in their sincerity. Cozy knitwear, a beloved denim jacket, these are clothes for life, not for the stage, chosen for herself, not for the gaze of others. And in this simplicity lies her true nobility. But perhaps her most beautiful gesture is the one she made in the quiet of the pandemic, when the whole world stood still. She allowed her hair to tell the truth about time, and her silver locks shone like a crown. This was not an act of defiance, but a deeply personal manifesto. She doesn't speak it, but shows with her entire being, don't be afraid of the silver in your hair, for in these precious threads lie your wisdom, your history, and your unique, mature beauty. This step became a symbol of authenticity and proof that true elegance lives beyond age. It seems she knows some important secret, the secret of that quiet, deep joy that shines in her eyes and makes every wrinkle around them an extension of her smile. Andie MacDowell's approach to age is not passive acceptance, but an active, conscious love for every new chapter of her life. Imagine her not under the dazzling spotlights, but on a forest path where the air smells of pine needles and damp earth. Her activity isn't exhausting workouts for a number on the scale, but life itself, long walks that clear her thoughts, and yoga, where every movement isn't just an exercise, but a way to say thank you to her body. For her, nature isn't a backdrop for photos, but a wise, silent companion, granting peace and strength. When it comes to food, she's a wise gourmet for whom taste is inseparable from benefit. Her plate isn't about boring diets and prohibitions, but a generous palette of nature's vibrant gifts, a conscious choice for what nourishes both body and soul, and of course, water. This simple yet invaluable ritual, maintaining internal purity and freshness, is as natural to her as breathing. Andie MacDowell is not just a style icon. She is the living embodiment of wisdom that comes when you stop fighting and start living. Through her example, she proves to all of us that true beauty is not eternal youth, but the radiance of a soul in complete harmony with itself, its age, and the entire world. When Andie MacDowell steps onto the red carpet, she doesn't dazzle, she warms. There are no loud statements in her appearance, just a noble whisper of dignity. The fabric of her dresses flows as if alive, embracing her figure rather than restricting it, be it silk or chiffon. And if a delicate shimmer of embroidery or skillful draping appears in her look, they merely highlight the main thing, the sparkle of her eyes and the warmth of her smile. She has perfectly mastered the art of being in the spotlight while remaining completely herself, and in this lies her quiet yet convincing victory. But once the spotlights dim, her style acquires a different, even more captivating charm. On a walk with friends or at a farmer's market, her outfits speak of a harmony between practicality and grace. A simple blouse, casually yet impeccably tucked into well-fitting trousers, comfortable loafers or boots. These combinations reveal a love for a real, not showy life. And accessories? They are almost imperceptible, as if she knows precisely that true beauty doesn't need a loud entourage. And in all of this lies her main, most valuable lesson. Age is not something to be feared, but something to be gratefully embraced. Her example is a quiet yet firm reminder that the most beautiful outfit a woman can wear is confidence in her own story. Andie inspires us not to chase after fading youth, but to find beauty, style, and grace in every day, proving that true elegance is the harmony of a soul that has found peace with itself and its time. So what is the main gift Andie MacDowell's story leaves us with? It's not complex formulas, but three simple and eternal truths. A quiet confidence in one's own path, the courage to be authentic down to the last silver thread in one's hair, and an untiring, bright love for life itself. Through her example, she proves that age is not a wall behind which lies decay, but fertile ground where wisdom blossoms. Her approach to style is not a loud manifesto, but a quiet yet firm conversation with herself. It's a warm invitation to each of us to create our own elegance, guided not by glossy magazines, but by the wise voice of our own heart. And if this story resonated with your soul, if it aligned with your thoughts and feelings, we would be truly happy to hear from you in response. Share your wisdom in the comments, for every woman's journey is a unique tale worth telling. Until next time, dear viewers, and please remember one simple thing: the most beautiful work of art we create is ourselves. For true beauty is born not despite age, but thanks to it.